Yoga teachers wondering how to come up with a theme for your yoga class that doesn't feel forced and leaves a lasting impact on your students. I'll be sharing with you one of my 4 methods of how I write Dharma talks. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, hit the subscription button and the bell so you'll be notified every single time I post a new video giving yoga teaching tips. This is one of the 4 methods that I've been using personally for the past 10 years to share Dharma talks and themes in my classes, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Okay, so what is a theme? And I totally brought my notes because I wrote beautiful definitions and things I want to share, and I don't want to forget any of it. So, what is a theme? A theme, or a Dharma talk as I like to call it, is when a yoga teacher shares words of inspiration or education at the beginning of the yoga class and weaves that theme throughout the class by sharing what I call wisdom drops. Why is theming important for a class? Yoga teachers, I would love to hear in the comment section down below, why do you think theming a yoga class is important? I know for me it's important, 1, because yoga is so much more than just the asanas, and when you add a theme or words of inspiration or a Dharma talk to your yoga class, that's your opportunity to teach yoga beyond the asanas. 2, I think that they just make classes magical. They take a good class and make it great because it's an ability, a way for you to really connect with your students. You can make them feel seen, heard, validated, and inspired. You're probably wondering, where the heck does a theme go in a yoga class? So first, it goes in what I call the grounding and tune-in part of your class. The grounding and tune-in is about the first 5 minutes of class, and it consists of 3 things. First, it consists with getting your students present. Second, it consists of teaching a breathing technique. And third, it consists of sharing your theme or your Dharma talk or your words of wisdom and education throughout your class. And then you can weave your theme or share wisdom drops throughout different parts of class. So some really great times to do that are in mountain pose after you've done sun salutations, in child's pose, when you're holding a challenging pose like chair or plank, right before Shavasana or right after Shavasana. Those are perfect opportunities to share little wisdom drops that connect your theme throughout your class. Now that you know what a theme is, why it's important, and where it goes into class, here is one of my 4 methods that I love to do for theming a yoga class. So this method has 6 steps, and this is how to theme a yoga class inspired by a quote. So step number 1 is find a quote that inspires you. Step number 2 is write from your heart what that quote means to you. Step number 3 is set a collective intention. Step number 4 is create an affirmation. Step number 5 is send that intention out into the world. You can do this either through an exhale or through a chant of Om. And step number 6 is pick 2 to 4 wisdom drops to share throughout your class. So here's an example of that method in action. When I think I've surrendered, surrender some more. Gabby Bernstein. Surrender does not mean giving up. It means letting go of control of the things that you cannot control. Only thing that you can control is you, your thoughts, your feelings, your energies, your action, your behavior. You can control other people, and you can control circumstances. I invite us today to set the collective intention of being willing to surrender, to be willing to let go of the things we cannot control. Mentally repeat, I am willing to surrender. I am willing to surrender. Join me or just listen as we open our class with a single chant of Om and send our intention out into the world. Deep breath in. This was an example of a Dharma talk or a theme for my class inspired by one of my personal favorite quotes by Gabby Bernstein. I would love to hear what is one of your favorite quotes. Let's inspire each other. Let's give each other ideas. So drop them in the comment section down below. If you're struggling to write and weave a theme throughout your class, I'd love to help. I invite you to download my free Dharma Talks Made Easy ebook. You can find it in the description down below.